before we start anything, can you guys hear me clearly? Are you guys able to hear me clearly?
Yeah,
And
yes, we can hear you.
I hope you guys can see my screen as well. Okay, great, great, great. Thanks for joining today. We are going to have a very first demo for data engineering with Google Cloud Platform. You might have been seeing the trend nowadays. There's a very, very good amount of opportunities for the Google Cloud data engineers. I'm going to tell you the basic things of what we are going to cover today and what is actually the data engineering, right? So we will talk about it. So before that, so my name is Sheikh Saidhul. I'm going to tell you about myself also during these sessions. So as a part of the session today, we are going to talk about what is data engineering. The very first thing, very important thing, the main foundation for every data role nowadays that we have, like ML engineer, data analyst, data scientist, and any kind of AI or anything you take it. The very important foundation layer for any data field is data engineering. We will talk about what is data engineering first. Then I will also talk about what is Google Cloud Platform. We will see on a high level what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud Platform. Then we will see a detailed course curriculum. We will talk about a detailed course curriculum. Then the course details like timings, notes, recordings. If you guys have any questions also, I'm going to give you the time so that you can ask me those questions. I know that you might be having a plenty of the questions, right? Some people may be having a question like, sir, how would I get a job from the course? Or will I be able to do it? Or what about my current experience? How do I manage it? Does it make sense to my profile or not? Or I do not know the cloud at all, or many more questions that you may have, right? Don't worry about these things. I'm going to talk about these things by the end of the session. You will get a very good understanding of all of these answers. And even though if you have even more questions also, I'm going to give you the time so that you can unmute yourself and talk to me directly. You can unmute yourself and talk to me directly. By the end of the session, I will give you the time. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Before we jump on to the very first topic of data engineering, I wanted to tell you about myself, guys. So my name is Sheikh Saidul. Just now I have told you, my name is Sheikh Saidul. I'm currently working as a full-time solution architect and a consultant at Databricks. I'm a full-time solution architect at Contact. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. When it comes to the education, I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. And coming to my experience, I do have more than 9 years of experience into the data and AI field. And I have done many certifications in the GCP, Azure, Databricks, Python, Terraform, AWS also. Right, sir? This is all about me. This is all about me. On a high level, I just wanted to tell you guys, my name is Sheikh Saidul. You can check it out about me also. I do have more than 9 years of experience into the data and data, close to 10 years now. And full-time solution architect at Quantech. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. Right? About this particular GCP data engineering course, I've been teaching this GCP data engineering course from the last 3 years. From the last 3 years onwards, I've been teaching the GCP data engineering course, everyone. Okay. Now, I just wanted to tell you what is data engineering. Before I tell you, can anyone tell me what is data engineering? Can you guys guess it? What is data engineering? Tell me, guys. Anyone? Okay.
Yeah, we will get the
Uh-huh.
data from different sources, and then we have to analyze the
Uh-huh.
data, and we have to give it to the downstream sources, like for another work.
Okay. So I hear a different answers. I see some of the people also texting in the text box also. I see a different answers. I just wanted to tell you on a high level what is actually the data engineering first. Okay, I just wanted to tell you guys. Don't worry. Let us try to talk about it. What is a data engineering now? Okay. 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 I'll talk about that. Now, when it comes to the data engineering, so data engineering is something that everyone already know. But it is something that when it comes to the definition point of view, we may not know it, but I'll tell you. See, usually what happens? See, where there will be a different businesses will be there. Like you take a Flipkart or a Amazon, or you take a Uber or Ola or Swiggy or Zomato. Right? So these are all different platforms or applications or businesses. Right? If you wanted to travel from one location to another location, you are going to interact with an application. That is where the data getting generated. Right? You go to an application, you interact with an application, there's a data generated. Right? So there's a data that is coming from an application. There is a data that is coming from an application. Similarly, there is a data that is coming from files. Sometimes you store the data in the form of a file. You go to medical firms, you go to production platform, production manufacturing plants, production plants. So they store the data in the form of a CSV file or Excel file or different files. Or some companies actually store their data in the form of a databases. And there can be a data that is coming from some sensor devices nowadays. We've been using the lot of sensor devices nowadays. There is a data that is coming from IoT devices also. So there are different data sources are there. There's a huge amount of a data daily getting generated from an application or a files or a databases or a internet of things IoT devices. What do we do with this data? What do we do with this data? Sir, now I have a plenty of the data with me. What I can do, sir, if you ask me, what is a business manager or the company says that if you try to analyze this data, if you try to analyze this data, this will give you some kind of an insight. This will give you some kind of an insight, and these insights are very useful for the business improvement. Business improvement. So the end goal of every business, the end goal of every company, you take any company, the main important thing for every company is that they wanted to grow eventually. They wanted to improve their sales. They wanted to improve their customer count. They wanted to increase their sales. So every company wanted to grow. So if you wanted to improve their business, you should know where to improve, or you should know how to improve. Right? So if you guys wanted to improve your business, you should know some kind of insights about your business to improve it. So how do you get that? So whenever you have a huge amount of data, when you try to analyze the data, this will give you some kind of insight, and those insights are very useful for business improvement. This is what is called as data engineering. This is what is called as a data engineering. But this is not straightforward like this, because I cannot directly go for analyzing the data, right? I have the data, but I cannot directly go analyze the data, right? So what we have to do is that, sir, the very first thing is that if you wanted to analyze the data, the very first thing is you store the data. If you guys wanted to analyze the data, sir, I wanted to analyze the data, that is nothing but, sir, you have some data here, you have some data here, you have some data here, you have some data here. So you extract the data from the entire data sources, you keep it into one single location. So this is where you store the data, sir. This is where you store the data. The very first thing is that you extract the data from the different data sources, and you store it into a single location called a data lake. What is a data lake? A lake for your data. Usually, you take a lake. A lake is what it is store your water. That's what you say. Similarly, a data lake, nothing but it is going to be storing your data. A repository, we call it as. It is a location where you store your raw data as it is. Where you store your raw data. So here you are going to store your data as it is. So that's the reason here we call it as a raw data location. Sir, once I have the data, entire data in a single location, sir, can I go for the analysis? The next question to you guys that, sir, can I go for the analysis? Tell me. So now I have the entire data with me, sir. Now I wanted to analyze, so that I wanted to improve the business. Sir, if I have the data with me, can I analyze directly? Can anyone guess it? Why?
No, because we need to process our data in a systematic way. We need to arrange our data in
Exactly.
a systematic way, and so that we can able to analyze.
Exactly. I see a lot of answers, and most of the answers are exactly correct. So, sir, this is raw data, sir. You are storing the raw data here, sir. This data may have a duplicate, sir. This data may have a duplicate, sir. This data may have a null value, sir. This data may have a unnecessary information, sir. This data may contain a, additional columns that are not required, sir. So it may contain a different issues. So this is a raw data. It may contain a duplicates. It may contain an unnecessary information. It may contain a null values. It may contain a, not required data or additional data, whatever it is. Sir, what I wanted to do is that you need to process the data second. So the second thing I wanted to do is I wanted to process the data. So what is meant by processing? You eliminate all of these things. You clean the data, right, sir? So here, this is what we call it as a processing. What is meant by data processing, sir? Data processing is nothing but adding some kind of a value to your data. Adding some kind of a value to your data. You are cleaning the data by removing the duplicates. You are cleaning the data. You are handling the null values. You are cleaning the data by removing the unnecessary information. So that is what you are going to do. Right. So data processing is nothing but a value addition process. You are cleaning the data here. You are preparing your data for the analysis purpose. You are preparing your data for the analysis purpose. That is nothing but data processing. Once the data is processed, now I can able to analyze the data. Once the data is properly processed and it is ready for the analysis, so this is where you are going to analyze the data in the warehouses. The next step is data warehousing, and most of the data warehousing comes up with a language called SQL. Right, so comes up with a language called SQL. Nowadays, warehouse tools are also coming up with a language called PySpark also. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys. Don't worry about it. Do not interrupt me during the session. Are you guys able to hear me clearly? Guys, I will give you the time. Do not interrupt the session. I see some of the people are raising your hand. Do not do that. I will give you the time if you have any questions. Okay, I will give you the time if you have any questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. We will see that. Okay, now what we are trying to do, we are storing the data here, we are processing the data, we are analyzing the data. Once you are analyzing the data in the data warehouses, you are going to send this data. You are going to send this data to the downstream consumers, such as BI reporting, or dashboarding, or machine learning, or data science, or ad hoc analysis purpose. So there can be a different users who will be utilizing your data. Once the data is analyzed properly, so that is the reason I told that, so data engineering is a foundation. So this is a foundation. If this foundation is done, that is where the data analyst comes into the picture, ML engineer, data scientist, or nowadays agentic AI, or whoever it is. If they wanted to consume the data, if you wanted to create a machine learning model, you need your data to be proper. If I wanted to create a report or a dashboard, the data must be proper. If I wanted to create some kind of a agent, the data must be proper. So a data engineering is a foundation of all of these consumers. All of these consumers. So this is on a high level, sir. This is what is data engineering. Okay, as a definition point of view, one more thing is that data engineering also includes data governance and monitoring, which make sure that your data is accurate and effective all the time. Okay, so it is accurate and complete throughout the entire process. So what is mean by that accuracy? When you are moving the data from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, the data accuracy will not miss. And the data completeness. Completeness nothing but the entire data you are moving from here to here is same. You are not losing any kind of unnecessary data. You are not losing any required data. Necessary data must be moved across the platform. So that entire things will be done by the data governance. Also, your data must be handled by the proper people. It is not that everyone can access your data, right? So data auditing, data access control, and data accuracy, data completeness, all these things are comes under the data governance and monitoring. This is very very important for the enterprise companies. Okay, so this entire process is called as the data engineering. This entire process. So if you guys wanted to see the definition, so you can look at here. So data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, and preparing the large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. So that it can be easily used and analyzed. So this is what is the data engineering. A data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, preparing the large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. So that's what is the definition. During this process, it may involve designing and building the systems that allow the data to be captured, stored, processed, and accessed efficiently and automatically. Because we don't want it to do the activity manually, right? So we are dealing with a huge amount of a data. We are dealing with a big data, right? When we are dealing with a huge amount of a data, manually handling the data, manually clearing the data, manually running the pipelines will take a lot of time. So that is the reason we are going to build a system or a pipeline or an entire architecture which will automatically capture your data, store your data, process your data, and efficiently and automatically. So that is what is called as a data engineering. So on a high level, I just wanted to tell you what is data engineering. In our upcoming sessions, sir, how do we collect the data? What are the tools we will use? How to organize the data? How to analyze the data? How to process the data? These things we are going to see in a very, very detail in our upcoming sessions. But just wanted to tell you what is data engineering now. Okay. Everyone who wanted to become a data engineer, they must know, even before learning about the course curriculum, even before learning about anything. See, course curriculum, if you do not know something and you think that sir, course curriculum is very large, I will join this course. Do not think like that. Just understand what is actually data engineering. When you understand the data engineering, you will get to know what tools you have to focus on to get the job. So that way, if you work properly, right, I'm going to make you a very good data engineer. I will teach you everything from basic to advanced. But you should be very careful which area you have to focus more, which area you have to stress less, so that your job will be very easy to get the job. Once the job is there, you can focus on understanding other concept also, right? So this is what is a data engineer. But sir, what is a data engineer do on a daily basis? Sir, what data engineers do on a daily basis, sir, if you ask me, a data engineer work on data ingestion. They may work on storage and management and data processing, quality and governance, data pipelines, performance optimization. So data ingestion, collecting and transporting the data from various sources into the system, right? So you have a data in different system. You wanted to ingest, store the data, process the data, govern the data, creating a data pipelines, performance optimization. So these are the different activities as a data engineer do on a daily basis. Some data engineer may work on data processing today. Some data engineer may work on data pipeline creation. Someone may work on the performance optimization. Someone may work on storing the data efficiently. Someone may work on quality. So a different data engineer in a project, they will do different activities. If you guys wanted to become a good data engineer, you should learn each and every concept from basic to advanced. You should focus on everything, whatever I have mentioned here. That's what make you a good data engineer. That is what we are going to learn in our upcoming sessions. Okay. So So before I start about the Google Cloud Platform, so if I wanted to tell you about Google Cloud Platform before we started, if anyone have any question on what is data engineering, if you guys have any questions on what is data engineering, you can raise your hand. If anyone have any question on what is data engineering, you can ask, or you can first raise your hand. I will give you the time. You can ask me. Please raise your hand. I want you guys to be professional during these sessions. Do not talk directly. Just raise your hand. I will give you the time. You can talk to me. Do not ask any questions related to any of the topic except the data engineering. Only related to the data engineering. In next thing, we will talk about few more things also. Yes, Rakesh, you have any question? Rakesh, you have any question? Okay. Yes, Bhagya Lakshmi, you have any question? No, no, no. These questions, I'll talk about these things, guys. So do not talk about anything related to the other topic. Just let us go with the flow. If you guys have any questions on data engineering, we just completed one small topic called what is data engineering. Any question related to that, we will see. Any questions outside this thing, I will give you the time by the end of the session. Okay, we will talk about those things. By the end of the session, if you have any questions, I'll talk about it. All right. Yes, Srikanth, you have any question?
Hello. Yes, sir. Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Right. So don't worry about these things, guys. So data lake is one of the, you can think like a large repository where you can store your data. A data lake, because I cannot tell you the entire thing. Data lake is not a simple thing which is a scalable system which can store entire data in a raw format as it is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we have a separate session on this one. Maybe I'll show you. Okay, because I cannot, if I just go jump onto those things, it will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of time for sure, but I'll show you when we are going to discuss it. So you have a difference between data warehouse, data lake, and data lake house. Okay, we will talk about it separately. Okay. Yes, for sure. Yes. Yes, Ramesh, you have any questions? Guys, I will give you the time. Please raise your hand. Just please raise your hand. Yes. Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes. Exactly. We are going to cover. Yes. I will talk about the course curriculum. You'll get to know in that. Yes, Sanjeev, you have any question? It's not that much easy. It's not that much easy. The definition is that. The definition is that, but during these things, we are going to do a lot. No, no, no. Yes. No, that's not possible. Okay, so let me do one thing, guys. I will talk about Google Cloud Platform and I will also talk about the detailed course curriculum. Then, if I have, because some of the questions are related to the course curriculum only, I see that a lot of people in the chat box also, I'm seeing it. So, when I read those questions and answers also, it seems like they are related more towards the course curriculum. What I want you guys to give me is that be patient for next 10 minutes. I will first talk about Google Cloud Platform. In the next 10 minutes, I will talk about the course curriculum. Then afterwards, if you guys still have any questions, you can raise your hand. Is that okay for all of you? Can you guys confirm? Please confirm. Okay. All right. Let's do that, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. So what we will do, I'm going to first tell you what is Google Cloud Platform. So even before talking about Google Cloud Platform, tell me guys, what are the other cloud platforms that you guys know? What are the other cloud platforms that you guys know? AWS, Azure, okay. Yes, GCP and Alibaba. Tell me, guys. Oracle. Right. So these are the different cloud providers. So what are they, sir? These are all different cloud providers available in the market. Right, sir. These are all different cloud providers available in the market. So you take Google Cloud Platform, Azure Cloud Platform, AWS Cloud Platform, Oracle or IBM, sir. These are all different cloud providers available in the market. So, right, so these are all different cloud providers available in the market. Tell me, what are these cloud providers provides to you? What they provide us, guys? What they provide us? Can anyone tell me? Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Sir, what are these cloud providers provided us, if you ask me? Sir, AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, IBM, Oracle, these are all different cloud providers available in the market. They provide you the cloud computing services for the organizations. What they provide us, sir? They provide the cloud computing services for the organizations. What they provide us? They provide us the cloud computing services. Sir, what is the use of these cloud computing services? The next question. Tell me, guys. What organizations can do with the help of these cloud computing services? Can anyone guess it? Exactly. Very good answer. Anyone? Okay, that's also a very good answer. I'm going to give you an example. Let's just take with an example so that you will understand the importance within a 5 minutes, right? Just assume that, sir, I have a 10 terabytes of the data with me. Sir, I wanted to store this data. Tell me, where do you store this data? Without a cloud platform, you wanted to store this data. Sir, where do you store it? Can anyone tell me? On premises and traditional. Very good answer, sir. If I have a 10 terabytes of the data, if I wanted to store it without any cloud platform, we have to go to the traditional systems or traditional platforms. Tell me, guys, what are the challenges working with the traditional? So the very first thing when you are working on a traditional systems is that, sir, if I wanted to store 10 terabytes of the data, you need to purchase all the machines. Yes or no? Purchase all the machines. Next thing is that you need to install all the operating system, libraries, softwares, everything. And then you need to do the networking. You need to assign the storage. You need to configure the backups. Who is that? We will talk about. I'll give you the time. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. So when it comes to the traditional systems, if I wanted to work with the traditional systems, if I wanted to store the data, the very first thing is that we need to purchase all the machines. We need to install operating system, libraries, networking, assign the storage, configure the backups, and you need to go for monitoring, maintenance. And then if everything is ready as per standards, if everything is ready as per the standards, then I can able to go ahead and store this 10 GB of the data. Tell me, guys, how much time this would take to store the data? Sir, how much time it will take for the entire system to be set up from the purchasing machines to the storing the data until this thing? All of these things, if I wanted to take, it will take at least 2 months. Right. So some companies will take 1 month, some companies takes few months itself, right? So In a simple word, sir, it will take a lot of time and it will also take a lot of effort. Yes or no? And it will also take a lot of money as well. So when you are working with the traditional systems, if I do not have a cloud systems available, if I wanted to set up everything on my own, it is not only taking a lot of time, it is also taking a lot of effort, lot of money, and lot of time. When you do not have a cloud platforms, if you are working with the traditional systems, it will take a lot of time, lot of effort, and lot of money. So this is what it is. Now that is where the cloud platforms comes into the picture. So when you go to the cloud platforms like cloud providers, right, sir? So when you go to the cloud providers, if you guys wanted to store the data, first thing what you have to do, we have to create the account and then set up billing and then find a suitable service and store it, isn't it? Find a suitable cloud computing service and then start storing the data. Tell me how much time this would take. How much time this process will take. So it could take, for example, let's just say 1 day. So think about it here now. You see the difference. Maybe here it is taking only 1 day where you are doing a few months to take it. And not only the time, you look at the effort also. Right, setting up, purchasing the machines, networking, configure. So if you wanted to do all the things on your own, you need to recruit a different persons and the networking expert, storage expert, all of these people you have to hire them. You need to ask them to do it. It will take lot of burden on the companies. So that is where every company nowadays started looking towards a cloud platform. From the traditional systems to the cloud platform, they are migrating. Right. So if you go to the cloud provider, what they are providing, sir? Tell me what they are providing. They are providing you the services, cloud computing services. These services are very useful for their requirement, to fulfill their requirement. Right, sir? Whether their requirement is to store the data, they can do it. If they wanted to process the data, they can do it. Analyze the data, you have to find a suitable service. That's it. So what are the organizations doing, sir? The organizations are utilizing these services to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, and visualize the data and govern the data. So all of these things that they are going to do it, guys. So this is what is the thing going to happen. So when you go to the different cloud computing services, each service is meant for something. One service is for storing the data. One service is for processing the data. So another one is for analyzing the data. Right, sir? So what are these cloud providers? Cloud providers provide you the cloud computing services, and these services are very useful for the organizations to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, and visualize the data and govern the data. And one of such cloud platform is a Google Cloud Platform, everyone. One of such a cloud platform is a Google Cloud Platform. Sir, what is Google Cloud Platform if you ask me? Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provide you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their project requirement, So this is what it is. Okay, sir, what is Google Cloud Platform? Sir, Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provide you the cloud computing services for the organizations to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, and visualize the data. So that is what we are going to focus on, which is one of the leading cloud provider in the market. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider in the market, which provides you the plenty of the services. Right, sir. What is Google Cloud Platform? So Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider that offers a range of products and solutions to help the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, scale the applications and services in the cloud. And these services, when it comes to the features, and these services are highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure it is offering. Okay, so that is what it is. So Google Cloud Platform provides a highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure it is offering you, so that plenty of the companies can utilize these services so that they get benefit out of these, right? So that is, sir, can you tell me what are these services, sir? Can you show me what are the services it is offering? If you ask me, Google Cloud is offering you a plenty of the services. You can see it is offering you compute services, it is offering you identity and security services, it is offering you management services, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. Right, sir. So Google Cloud Platform is going to offer you a plenty of the services. Right, I told you. These services are very useful for you. Someone can utilize the data for storing the data. Someone can utilize these services for processing the data. Someone can utilize these services for building an application or deploying the application. Someone can utilize these services for building a machine learning model out of it. Or someone can utilize this service for doing some other activity. Right? So these are the different services that it is offering you. And we as a data engineer, we are going to focus mainly on this database services and the big data services. So this is what we are going to focus on. Okay, so that is what. Now, why we learn the Google Cloud platforms, or if you ask me, Google is offering you scalable and flexible services, and these services are reliable and secure and cost effective compared to the other cloud platforms. When you go to the other cloud platform, that service cost is very less here. It is a cost effective services it is offering, and these services are fully managed and serverless also, and it has a very good community support. The interface is very simple, fast, and it is available globally. So when it comes to the why we have to learn the Google Cloud platforms, if you ask me, Google providing you the services scalable and flexible, reliable and secure, cost effective nature, fully managed services. So you don't have to worry about creating the infrastructure on your own. So the infrastructure will be readily available to you within few minutes. And it has a very good community support, and it has a fast and services are available globally. And you can also see the growth rate in the last decade, in the last quarter. When it comes to the Google Cloud platform, the market growth rate is 54%, which is more than the Azure and AWS also, because Google Cloud platform has a very good community support, and the services are cost effective, and these services are secure and reliable. Because of that, most of the companies have started utilizing the GCP, and you can see that here. Okay, so that is what you are seeing, the market dominance, right? So that is the reason there is a good amount of opportunities for the GCP data engineers. That is a very good amount of opportunities. So when the companies have started using the GCP, it does mean that they are going to hire a lot. So that is where the very good demand for GCP data engineers recently. And we have seen recently one of the company called Lloyds at Hyderabad, they placed one of the company Lloyds in Hyderabad. They recruited almost 2,000 GCP data engineers in the last 2 years. 2,000 GCP in single company, they hired 2,000 GCP data engineers. Okay, most of the people have actually attend our students, and I see that almost more than 150 to 200 students have actually placed from the our batch. So that's what it is. So there's a lot of companies like Infosys, Accenture has a AGVG Google, Accenture Google Business Group, LTI Mindtree, and as well as Cognizant, Capgemini. So all of the, you take any of the MNC company, every MNC company nowadays hiring the GCP data engineers. Very, very good demand for the GCP data engineers outside. Don't trust me, just go ahead and check it out. Now, sir, now that I wanted to become a GCP data engineer, sir, can you tell me a systematic course curriculum, a detailed course curriculum? Tell me, sir, I will follow the same thing. Right? So I am going to tell you the detailed course curriculum which we are going to cover for the next 3 months. which we are going to cover for the next 3 months. So that I'm going to tell you guys now. So the very first thing, we are going to start with the cloud basics. Sir, we will be starting our course curriculum with a cloud basics, guys. From tomorrow onwards, tomorrow only, we are going to talk about GCP introduction and interfaces. Right? So we are going to start with the cloud basics. That is our module 1, where we will talk about introduction, interfaces, console walkthrough, free account setup, GCP locations. I am an admin. So we are going to talk about a detailed course curriculum. And after that, we will talk about a programming also, such as Python, Linux basics, PySpark, and Apache. So we are going to learn about these programming concepts also. And then the GCP Data Engineering services. Right? So cloud storage, cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, Dataflow, PubSub, Airflow, Cloud Functions, Databricks, complementary. Terraform and Data Fusion are complementary. So these many services, right? So these many services we are going to cover. So just to give you an idea, sir, you can see here, sir, cloud storage is your data lake. Cloud SQL is your database service. BigQuery is your data warehouse, right? So you can similarly Dataproc, Dataflow are the data processing services, and this is orchestration service. So I don't wanted to tell you now, just to give you an idea that, sir, someone was asking, sir, what are the services we are going to learn for data warehousing, databases, data lakehouse, data processing, and orchestration, if you ask me. So this is now. So every service we are going to cover here, I have mentioned cloud storage, cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, Dataflow, PubSub, Airflow, Cloud Functions, Databricks on Google Cloud Platform, Terraform, and Data Fusion. And while we are learning, we are also learning the projects. For example, when you are covering the cloud SQL, we will talk about a database migration project. When we are covering the BigQuery, we are going to see two data analytics projects on the BigQuery, two case studies. When we are learning the data proc, we are going to see 3 end-to-end data pipelines on the data proc. And when we are covering the data flow, we are going to see the 2 end-to-end data pipelines. Batch pipelines and streaming pipelines. Don't think that it is only batch and streaming. And Airflow 4 end-to-end DAGs. Cloud Functions 1 use case. Databricks end-to-end project and streaming use case and autoloader, all of these use cases also we are going to cover. So that's how every service we are not only learning theoretically, and we are also learning practically first thing, and we are also applying our knowledge to case studies so that we can build a project out of it, right? So you first learn the theoretical. So if some service is 100% you are learning, out of the 100%, 20% is theoretical, then 30% is practical, and then 50% is case studies or projects. So that's how, so it makes your job very easier now. It's not that you just learn theoretically and leave it. So if you learn theoretically, I'm very, very pretty much sure that no one will be able to perform in the interview, because in the interview, they are going to ask you questions related. If you have worked on those things, you will be able to answer it. If you have not worked on those things, even though you have a theoretical knowledge, you will not be able to answer it properly. So that's the reason our focus is 80% of our focus is towards our practical lab sessions. So these two things are labs, right? So we are going to practically implement the things here. Theoretically is 20%, 80% is practical. So my motto of teaching you is 20 by 80 model. I call it as 20 by 80. 20 is theoretical, 80% is practicals. So that's all. So this is what it is. Every data engineering service from basics to the advanced case studies we are going to cover. Once after the course is completed, I'm going to provide you the complementary projects also. These are very, very, very famous projects in my portfolio. I'm telling you, these projects are industry standard. These projects you can even put in the resume and go for the interview also. You can say answer every question that they ask, because I have designed in such a way that these projects are 8 hours and 5 hours of project. These are very, very beautiful projects. Most of the people have praised my course, GCP Data Engineering. So I'll tell you, I'm going to give you guys it for free so that you can enroll your course, and by the end of this course, you will get these 2 projects also additionally. Okay, so that's what it is. So this is our end-to-end detailed course curriculum. So this is our detailed course curriculum. And next, no, I'm going to give you the questions later. I'm going to give you the time. Okay. Now, when it comes to the course details, okay, so these are our course details. Timings, I just wanted to update it every time. There is a morning batch and evening batch every time is there. So this batch is of 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. So this is p.m. So this is what it is. So this is your batch, guys. 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, you can see the course details here, guys. The timings 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. The duration is 3 months, and these sessions are live sessions. Daily recordings will be provided to you. 1 year of access will be there. Comprehensive material will be there. So comprehensive material just wanted to show you guys. So we have a dedicated material is also there. You guys are not able to see what I'm showing. Can you guys confirm? Are you guys able to see my? Okay. So we have a dedicated material, guys. So this is what it is, and I'm going to show you the link. So this is a dedicated for if you guys enroll for the course, right? You will get this course access. So there, if you go to any browser, for example, so we have a dedicated material for each and every topic. I'm gonna just wanted to showcase to you guys. This is my notebook, a live notebook. This is every topic. For example, cloud basics. We first start, right? GCP introduction, interfaces, console walkthrough, GCP locations, IM and admin, account creation, Linux basics. So whatever you see here, you should be able to see that here, right? Introduction, interfaces, console walkthrough. So the cloud basics. So once the cloud basics are completed, then you are going to learn the programming, Linux basics and Python. Both are completed. And then PySpark and those things will come. So now you look at here, one of the service called GCS. What is Google Cloud Storage? The nodes properly will be there, and how to interact with the GCS using the CLI and assignment and Cloud SQL. What is Cloud SQL? And connecting it to the Cloud SQL. Database migration project. I told you database migration project where the team will be there. You will be having a different persons working on the project, and pre-crawling, pre-migration planning, and how do you do the data migration, and how you can able to do the entire database migration project. We are going to have it. That's your case study here, and sample data, and you also have an assignment here. So every service will have an assignment. Even GCS also you see an assignment. Similarly, you go to the BigQuery. What is BigQuery? BigQuery is architecture, BigQuery limitations, data set. For practice purpose, you have a data set. You can double click on it. You should be able to download these things. Working with the BigQuery. So project ID data set, different ways of creating the tables, BigQuery supported data types, table creation statements, the different types of tables such as on managed table, external table, partitioning and clustering. You see what is partitioning, partition types, clustering, and complex data types. If you guys wanted to work with the complex data types, examples for the complex data types, and nested and repeated data. What is nested table? What is repeated table? Assignment. Similarly, the BigQuery views. What is a BigQuery view? What are the three different types of views? Logical view, materialized view, and authorized views. Case study 1 and case study 2, and optimizations in the BigQuery. Similarly, the data proc. What is Hadoop? What is Spark? What is the difference between the Hadoop and Spark? What is data proc? How it is different from the Hadoop and Spark? How to create a cluster? And how to create a cluster using the command line tool. What is the Spark and what is PySpark and the architecture and all of these details you have it here. What is PySpark and the basics of the master node, worker nodes, what they do, what is stages, what are the tasks, what is a resource manager, all of those things. And you have a lab sessions over here. PySpark. I told you PySpark, so I will teach you guys, right? So this is where we learn the PySpark. Once you learn the PySpark, we are going to create a PySpark job and execute it with help of the data proc and case study 2. For patients healthcare data, case study 3. For the ML use cases, we are going to build a pipeline for ML use cases. And you have assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3. And next, the data flow. What is data flow? How it is different from the data proc? What is Apache Beam? The languages, cloud data flow, and what is P collection? What is P transformations? You can see the proper differences between the data proc, Apache Spark, and differences between the Apache Beam. What is Spark pipeline looks like? What is Beam pipeline looks like? And creating a workbench and the lab sessions. Here you learn the Apache Beam, guys. Here you are going to learn the Apache Beam lab sessions here. What is P transform, how the P transformations work here, how to extract the data, how to load the data, sample data set for practice purpose, template method of creating the pipeline, case study 1, assignment 1, case study 2. So all the case studies, right? So we have a case study 1 here for e-commerce transaction, case study 2 for the streaming pipeline. We are going to build a real-time data engineering pipeline using the GCP services, Python, PubSub, Dataflow, BigQuery. Even we are going to use a Google Cloud Storage also. A streaming pipeline we are going to build here. What is dead letter queue? And then PubSub. What is PubSub? How do we deal with the PubSub? What is the PubSub architecture? Airflow. What is Airflow or a composer? And what is our architecture? What is DAG? And how do we create a DAG? What is a cron job format? Create a composer environment. So I told you 4 DAGs, right? So level 1 DAG for BigQuery jobs and data proc jobs, level 2 DAG for the data proc jobs, level 3 DAG for the data flow jobs, level 4 DAG for the parent and child relationship DAG, and level 5 is for your assignment and implementing the CI/CD with the help of the cloud build and GitHub and composer. So I just want you guys to know about how to implement a CI/CD in the Google Cloud platform for a data engineering project. This is for your knowledge only. You don't have to implement it because when you're working in the company, the CI/CD activities will be done by your DevOps engineer. It will be done by DevOps engineer. So you don't have to do it. This is only for your knowledge sake purpose. Okay, so that's where you will learn how you can able to see what is GitHub, how to pull the data, how to push the data, Git cloud build, and how do we sync your DAGs in the cloud composers. This environment also we are going to cover. And complementary topic like data fusion, and then cloud functions. What is a cloud function? Use case 1. Databricks. We are going to learn about the Databricks also, all the topics. What is data lakehouse, introduction to the Databricks, and Unity catalog. In the Unity catalog, what is metastore, catalog, schema, tables, all of these things. The external data access, lakehouse federation, delta sharing, Databricks clusters, Databricks notebooks, DB utility commands, introduction to the delta lake, manage a table, external table, understanding the table creations, advanced features like versioning, time travel, compacting, everything, streaming, structured streaming with the Databricks, incremental data loading with the autoloader, workflows, end-to-end jobs also we are covering. So the everything, so whatever I have mentioned here, streaming, autoloader. So there's a project also I told you guys, a complementary project will also be there, which is a 5.5 hours. And in addition to these things, I am also providing you the resume templates. If you guys wanted to go for an interview, you have a resume template, just double click on it. You should be able to download these things. And then interview introduction. What is how to explain your introduction, how to explain your project, architecture, project 2 architecture. Data engineering questions. You can see the data engineering questions, theoretical. When you are going for an interview, the interview questions for the data engineering. So you have a lot of questions in the PDF already, and some of the commonly asked questions in the here. What is in the Google Cloud Storage, BigQuery? Some of the commonly asked questions are here for service wise, topic wise. And SQL coding questions. When you go for an interview in the SQL, they may ask you one or two questions on the SQL coding also. You have it here. Some of the questions. Python, Python questions. PySpark questions and manager round questions for those people who wanted to go for a certification. Sir, can you help me with the certification dumps? You have a certification dumps also if you guys wanted to go for certification. This is a full package of course except SQL. SQL we are not covering. Okay, everything we are covering. SQL we are not covering. And very soon I'm planning to add SQL as a complementary topic. I'm going to add it. But the SQL is not very difficult topic, guys. If you are sitting for SQL, if you guys wanted to learn SQL, it will take hardly 3 to 4 hours. Any YouTube channel, you go ahead and learn it. And if you do not know, please learn it. You will have time. Even though while we are covering the cloud basics, right, you can focus on SQL also. So you have time, right? If you can see our course curriculum. So while we are covering the cloud basics, while we covering the programming, until this time, before we start the data engineering services, you will have a good amount of time. You can focus on learning the SQL. Hardly takes 3 to 4 hours for you to learn the SQL. Hardly takes 4 to 5 hours. I'm planning to have a free complimentary SQL topics. I wanted to create a recordings and share it to you guys. Very soon you will also get it. Very soon you will. I'm already in the process of doing that. Very soon you will get it. But SQL is a prerequisite for the course. I just wanted to tell you what is a prerequisite. Somewhere I should have mentioned it, but I did not mention it. I think it is a prerequisite for the course, guys. SQL is the prerequisite for the course. Okay, and you have everything whatever you guys are looking at here: cloud basics, programming, data engineering services, and projects and use cases, complementary projects also. You mention anything, everything is here, including the some people may ask me streaming and real time, that is also covered here. SQL is important, but we are going to cover the SQL development. See, don't think that, sir, SQL basics I am not covering. SQL basics is on you guys. SQL basics we are not covering. That is something that you have to focus on. SQL development here we will see. Here also we will see. And in the projects also you will see. And while you are building the pipelines also you will see. SQL basics is only that you are learning. SQL development is on me. I will focus on it. Okay. So that is something that on you guys. So a detailed course curriculum is here. I want you guys to take a 1 or 2 minutes, look at this entire curriculum. If you have any questions, I want you guys to, before ask any question, please look at the screen, look at each and every word of it, try to understand which we are covering it or not. If you still have any questions, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Okay. I'm going to give you the time, guys. Take a 1 minute. I'm going to give you a 1 minute to pass. Okay. I will be on mute for 1 or 2 minutes. And until then, just look at your course curriculum, please. Right. Yes. Yes, of course. All right. So, guys, you can see whenever you have any questions, maybe once you got the job, whenever you are preparing for the, I mean, for example, sir, you have explained me something, I'm practicing something, or I got the job, sir, I'm implementing something, I may get a doubt, right? Or I may not know how to implement it, or I need some kind of a guidance. Don't worry, you will all be joined in my community channel. And in my community channel there will be a people who already got the job, who are already working as a GCP data engineers from last 2 years, and I will also be there. Whenever you have any question, wherever you got struck, you can put your question there. Either me or some other data engineers will reply you back. Okay, for sure, they will help you. And we have a very good demand, a very good community. Is there more than 2,000 people who have got the job from our course? I told you, right? I've been teaching it from last 3 years, guys. This the same course. Every year I've been providing you a different new concepts and every time. So from the last three, more than three, I would say, but let's just say last 3 years onwards, I've been teaching the GCP data engineering. And for GCP Data Engineering, more than 2,000 people from our course got placed in different companies already. And for all of these people, most of these people, we have a community channel also, and you will also be added to that channel once the course is completed, so that whenever you have struck somewhere or whenever you are looking for some opportunity in the community, they will tell you if they have any hiring is happening, or if you have any question you can ask there. And if you got struck, if you need some kind of a guidance, they will help you. This is something, right? This is something very much important. And with my experience of 3 years on the GCP data engineering, right, I've been teaching it from the last year. This is my teaching experience. Right. So from the last 3 years, I taught more than 70 to 80 batches we provided. And even I provided for the corporate trainings also. I know what companies are actually looking from the data engineers. When you go for an interview, and what they're actually looking, and how do you have to answer it, right? How you learn it so that you can able to crack the interviews. Those kind of tactics I have a very good. A lot of things are there like that. I'm going to teach in our upcoming sessions. Whenever I'm talking about some topic, I will complete the topic. I'll tell you, hey, this area could be a very good for the interviews. They may ask you some questions out of it, so that whenever I'm telling you that thing, you make a note of it. You make a note of it. And that's something, when you're going for an interview, it will be very useful. And out of all the things, I made your job very easy, that you don't have to take any notes also. You wanted to learn the Google Cloud Storage today, don't worry about it. You can just come here. Hey sir, Google Cloud Storage is a fully managed service. For if you are going for an interview, you look at this thing. For next 3 months, we are going to learn everything from here in the Google Cloud platform. So we are going to create a Google Cloud platform. So we are going to create a free Google Cloud platform. I'll tell you how to create an account. So this is my free account. I'll show you. This is my free account. You can see somewhere, you will come here. I don't know why it is not showing now, but this is my free account, guys. Right? So in this free account, I can do anything. I will also show. I'll show you how this is free account. So Google Cloud Platform is offering you three free account. You can say, when I click on this thing, free trial status, 90 days. So Google Cloud Platform is giving you the 90 days free trial for the Google Cloud user. So I will tell you how to create a free trial account. You see, this is my free trial account. And I will tell you how to create a free trial account. You practice everything here. You create your pipelines. However, in the company you are going to work, we are going to practice like that in the Google Cloud account, because GCP is offering you free trial account. I'll tell you how to do that. So that way we are going to learn. Don't think that, sir, I will learn something today, I will leave it tomorrow. No. See, when you theoretically learn something, it is you tend to forget. But when you practically learn something, it will be there for you until some amount of time, at least until you get the job, right? So that's something that when you're working in the company also, this theoretical and practical knowledge is going to be very useful for you to complete the job. Okay, so that is something that I can say. And one more thing also, that is, So just wanted to on a high level tell you guys, today we have successfully completed the demo 1, right? So this is something that we have completed. Tomorrow, demo 2 is again for free for all you people, guys. Demo 2 is free at the same time, 9:30 p.m. only. Same time tomorrow, we are going to have it. Tomorrow, we are going to have a demo session at the same time. Please attend, don't forget. We are, why I am telling you, because we are going to start with our very first topic, that is nothing but Google Cloud interfaces, introduction and interfaces. This is something that we are going to talk. Sir, you told these are demo sessions. Why we are talking about a real topics? No, don't think that demo. When I say demo, it is free for you. These three sessions are free for you. Okay, these three sessions are free for you. That is the reason I call it as a demo. It doesn't mean that I'm not talking about a real topics. These topics, I will not repeat. Everyone must attend if you are planning to learn the GCP data engineering. I can challenge you that, sir, there is no good course than this one, because I've been teaching it from last 3 years. You may ask plenty of the people. I can just confidently say, if there are 1,000 GCP data engineers are there in the market, more than 800 plus are my students. I can confidently say this. More than 800 students are my students only, I can say, out of 1,000 data engineers in the GCP market, in the India. I can just confidently. So that much, community that we have already. So we are going to, don't forget that, sir, we are going to have a demo session exactly at the same time tomorrow for free, all of you at the same time, 9:30. Please attend, don't forget. Now, if anyone have any question, I see one of the person. Yes, Madan. Madan, yes, you have any question? Yes, please. Yes, you are audible. Uh-huh. Exactly. I forgot it, guys. So this was something that I should add it here. Sir, I have recently added 3 to 4 hours of session on the AI/ML fundamentals also. 3 to 4 hours of session. I forgot to tell you in our course curriculum. In addition to our course curriculum, we are also covering. In addition to our course curriculum, whatever you are seeing here, right? I should actually update this page. In addition to our course curriculum, we are also covering ML plus AI fundamentals as a complementary. So this is something that nowadays ML and AI basics everyone must know. Please mute yourself, guys. If anyone talking out, please mute yourself. ML and AI fundamentals we have added from the last batch onwards, and we are going to cover this one at the end of the session. 3 to 4 hours of topic on the ML and AI. Everyone must know. Whether you wanted to become an ML engineer, AI engineer, it doesn't bother. Don't worry, sir. I have to learn. If I am not becoming an ML engineer, sir, do I have to learn? Yes. You still have to learn, even though you're not becoming an ML engineer or AI engineer, because these fundamentals are very useful and it improves your productivity also. I'll tell you how you can able to use your AI or any coding agents nowadays to complete your work. We have a very good coding agents like Cursor and Codex from ChatGPT Codex, and we also have a Claude. So these are the three coding agents. They do a very good work. I've been using it on my daily work also. They are gonna do a, your almost your 90% of your work can be done, but you should know how to use it properly. You should know how you best you can use it. It doesn't mean that it will do your work without your knowledge. If you do not have a knowledge, you cannot use them. It's like this one, right, sir? If you know what you're doing, you can use AI to improve your productivity. But if you do not know anything, you wanted to use AI will give you the result, but that may not be accurate. You should be very careful, right? So AI and ML fundamentals are also added in our course. Yes. Yeah. Additional, when I say Terraform and Data Fusion, those are video based. Complementary, those are video based. ML and AI is a class live sessions. Yes, exactly. This course will be helpful. This course will be helpful, but an architect should learn a little bit DevOps related topic also. like cloud engineering and those things. We are not covering. We are not focusing. Our course is meant towards becoming a data engineer, data engineering towards, not a architect. Yes. Say 70 to 80% of the course topics for the data architect will be covered here. Okay, 15 to 20% is your how you actually deploy those things using the CI/CD, how you create an end-to-end solution, right? So something those kind of a management kind of skills needed in the data architect. Yes, that no one will actually teach those things. No one, you will not be able to find that thing, but you will get it. You will in our course, you will actually get to know how you can able to build your architectural skills also here. Because I'm a solution architect, I will know about that. But I'll try as much as possible how you can able to mold your experience accordingly. Yes, sure. So one of the use case is there, but we are not building anything from the we are building, but we are not actually going very deeper there. I wanted to be very honest here. Yes, we are doing something, but it is not 100% we are doing. It's only for your knowledge. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. Of course. Yes, sure. And then Gauss Muhammad, you have any question? Yes, please. Exactly. Very good question. Sir, what is the difference between the Azure data engineering and AWS data engineering? It's just a competition, I would say. Okay. So you learn AWS and Azure, you learn GCP. It's the competition that makes you get the job. So you wanted to get a job, you need a less competition to get the job and more demand. You have a demand here, but very huge competition here. When you have a very huge competition, getting the job is almost difficult in the Azure and AWS. Our main focus is to get you. See, I am a trainer for Azure Data Engineer. I wanted to tell you first of all. I teach Azure Data Engineering. I'm a multi-cloud expert. First thing, I work as a solution architect, so I had to learn Azure, AWS, and GCP. Why I specifically took the GCP as a training? I used to teach Azure also. Why I'm teaching GCP nowadays more is that because the competition for the GCP data engineers is very less. Getting the job becomes very easy compared to the AWS and Azure data engineer. That's the main motto. Okay, if you are mainly looking at becoming a data engineer at the earliest, where you wanted to get the job with a less competition, that's where GCP data engineers are preferred. I would say that's a very simple answer. Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, Guru Rutesh, you have any question? Yes, please. Yes, you are. Uh-huh. It's like this, man. We are covering everything from the basic to advanced. So when you are covering everything from basic to advanced, what you are going to do when you are switching your job, you say that hey, from the last 2 years or 3 years, I've been working on the GCP only. You create your resume accordingly because I provide you the resume templates. Right, sir. This is a simple question, and this is everyone. I think some of the people may have this kind of a question also. Sir, the question is that, sir, I have okay, maybe I have an image also. I know that this is a common question every time. Right, so this one. See, sir, I am a fresher. Sir, I have a 2 years experience currently, 3 years. I have a 5 years, 7 years, 9 years, 11 years. Sir, how can I become a data engineer, GCP? Because I have a experience in some other area, but I am learning this course and I wanted to become a GCP data engineer. How do I do that, sir? How would I mold my experience? How would I convert my experience, sir? The simple thing is that you attend my course first of all. You learn the 3 months. You practice it properly. You will implement all the pipelines which I am giving you as an assignment. That is one thing. Then, when you are going to prepare your resume, you prepare your resume according to this experience. For example, you have 3 years of experience, last 1.5 years on the GCP experience you put, create your resume accordingly, go for the interview. Rest 1.5 years is there, right? Your current experience that you, whatever you have. For example, you have a testing engineer. You have a testing engineer. First 1.5 years of experience, you worked as a testing engineer, and then, sir, I've got a job as a GCP data engineering. From last 1.5 years onwards, I've been working as a GCP data engineer only. You prepare your resume accordingly. You go for an interview, they ask the questions, you answer it, you get the job. That's all. Even though, sir, I have 7 years of experience, last 2.5 years on the GCP, sir, rest whatever the experience that you have. You prepare your resume, you go for an interview. The same thing goes for everywhere. So the plenty of roles nowadays, people call it as a GCP data engineer, GCP big data engineer, GCP big data specialist. All these are same, right? So when you look at big data engineer, sir, what is mean by that? No, don't think that. All right. So all these are same. GCP big data engineer, GCP data engineer, GCP big data specialist. All these are same only. Okay. Yes. All right. So if anyone have any other questions, you can please raise your hand, guys. We will please. 1 minute, guys. I'll just want you guys to please raise your hand. Yes, Sai Krishna, you have any question? This one? No, no, it will take little bit more, man. I should mention 3 plus. It will take more for sure. Yeah. No, 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 no. Before 3.5 itself. Less than 3.5. Yes. If you have any question, okay, I'm gonna save your time. So if you have any question, you're stuck somewhere in the next class, you can ask, or you have a group created, you can ask there. You have a assignments, yes. You will be provided with an assignment. Every topic. I told you, right? You might have been seeing this thing in our thing when I was showcasing you this thing. Every topic will have assignments. No, you have to do it. You will have answers. Mm. Yes, exactly. 1 minute, 1 minute. First of all, guys, when it comes to the someone was in the chat box, I see this thing. So daily recordings is 1 year access only. Why it is 1 year? It is because that after 1 year, some of the topics may not be companies using, so I may change some of the topics. Okay, so the IT is very dynamic. Today one service is very useful and tomorrow it may not be useful. So every year we will be keep on changing the course content according to the market, right? If you're taking 1 year to complete this course, for sure you will not get the job. If you're taking 1 year to complete this course, for sure you will not get the job. I suggest you to complete your course within 4 months, including the practice. 3 months is for the course, next 1 month is for practice, go for the job. Do not even think about, sir, I need 1 year access, I need 1.5 years of access, 2 years of access. If you are going beyond that, that means you are not learning properly now. And if you need 1.5 years experience, is that you are actually, even though you have time, you are actually not utilizing your time properly. So 1 year access, my main motto is to tell you is that we may change a lot of things according to the market. That's all. Yes. No. No, it's a regular sessions only. Yes. Yes. Mm. Yeah, exactly. Mm. Exactly. All right. So yes, Uday, I'm gonna give you guys the time. Don't worry. Yes, Uday, you have any question? Not required. No, not required. No one will ask. Don't worry. Don't focus on those things and leave these things. Don't data structures and algorithm. No one will ask. Yes. Yes, Ramesh, you have any question? Please lower your hand, guys, if your questions are answered already. Ramesh, yes, yes, you will get to know those things for sure. Yes, yes, Ravindra, you have any question? No. Hmm. No, not currently. We are not actually having any other. Only morning and evening batch, and morning is already in the middle, and evening batch is this newly starting. Yes, you can enroll. You can enroll, and tomorrow next batch, if you wanted to join the next morning batch, also we can talk about that as well. Yes, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Yeah. Okay, you can ping your admin, so they'll help you with more details. Yes. Even people who have 20 plus years of experience also was there in my courses in the previous batches. More than 20 years of experience also. What in is, medium, yes. They were able to get the job, yes. Yes. And they were a lot older than me, and they have given me the blessings also, actually. Yes. Yes. Uh, yes. Sure, sure. Yes, Faizan, you have any question? For the GCP data engineering or a data engineering on a whole, if I have to tell you, data engineering was there 30 years before, data engineering will be there after 30 years also. Okay, because the trend is like the data engineering is foundation, all your data things will happen via data engineering only. So it is the most demanding career every time. Evergreen career, I would say. Yes. I've been in the market for the data engineer as a 10 years, I can confidently say that. I don't think so. I don't think so. See, agent can be able to improve your productivity, but cannot entirely, you know, remove the entire data engineering. That never happens. I don't think so. It not only that this thing, not only this career, any IT career, if you guys want it to be demanding and you want it to be progressing, you should always learn new things, right? You should always learn new things. That's how the trend goes. So that's how. See, earlier I was not teaching an ML and AI fundamentals. Now I have added it. So every year or every 6 months, there's something new. I just keep starting adding into my course, and the rest of things as I will provide them as a complimentary, which is not useful, right? So that's how we do that, right? So we will go with the trend. Our my course will also go with the trend. Yes, Swami, you were actually raised your hand. You have any question?
Yeah, actually, I have mentioned in the chat. What is the course fees for this course and type course?
Right. So I forgot to tell you guys, the course fee is 15,000. Right. I forgot to tell you the course fee is
Okay.
15,000
Like
for all of you.
any interview supported provided for this course, or I need to crack this interview by own? How it will
You
be?
have to. You have to. Mhm.
Okay. And
So
presently, I'm
for
working
the
in. Yeah.
Yes.
Presently, I'm
Presently, sorry.
working in embedded testing. Now I have 4 years of experience, and now presently I have 15 LPA package actually. If I switch with the 4 years of experience, how 50% can I expect the hike level, or how it will be
Of
depends upon
course.
the.
So when you are going for an interview, for sure, 30 to 100%, there were people who have actually cracked the 7 offer letters from the previous batch. That was, even I got shocked. Even if I go for an interview, when my in my previous interviews I got 5 offer letters, but one of the guy was able to crack 7 offer letters. He called me like somewhere 20 days back, and he told me that, sir, I have got 7 offer letters because of our course and all of those things. Sir, can you help me? Which company I have to join? His package was 9 LPA. Now he is getting 24 LPA, 9 to 24. Tell me how much percentage hike he got?
What is the overall experience for that guy?
4 years, 3.9 to 4. I remember less than 4, 3.9, I guess. Tell
Okay,
me.
good.
So it's not about the years of experience. It's not about the hike that they are giving. It's about the how many offer letters that you are cracking. See, that guy might have got, I don't remember the actual metrics, but the actual standard is that if I am recruiting one of the person for 4 years of experience, for the first time, for the 9 to 13 or 14, I will give you. If he got the second offer letter, he can go 16, 17. Third offer letter, he can go 18, 19, 20, 21, 30, 20, 22. Somewhere 24. He got 24. He got even 25 plus also, but why he has chosen, including the variable guess we are talking about, 1.2, 1.5 could be a variable also. So why he chose to 2.4 is that he got an opportunity from Wipro. So that's the reason I suggested go for the Wipro. So that's where he joined the Wipro. So the thing is, it's not about the experience, it's about how many opportunities, how many offer letters that you are cracking. For sure they will give you 30 to 40%. There is no doubt about it. If you are switching from one role to another role, when you are going got a job, right? So they will always give you 30 to 40% for the GCP data engineers. If you want more, sir, I want 100%, 200% also. That's where it depends on the how many number of offer letters that you are cracking. Every offer letter makes you 3 LPA more. Every offer letter you can go beyond 3 LPA, 2 LPA at least. So that's how you can say. And some more benefits also. Someone give you bonus, what they call it, I don't know, joining joining bonus,
Bonus.
right? So something like this. Some companies say we may not be able to give you now that you are getting for offer it 13, but we may not be able to give you 15 or 16, but we may give you 14, but 2 LPA as a joining bonus, right? Some companies will give you. It depends, right? You should always ask you these kind of things. I will talk about it in our final session. Okay. Yes, Himanish, you have
Yes.
any question? Himanish Batula, yes.
Yes, sir. I was working in a big data engineer, but I was working in an on-premise. I want to learn GCP mostly. So I want to understand, like in this course, we'll be getting like instructions how to handle large data sets.
Of course, we will be covering how to handle the large data. You will covering the optimization techniques. You will covering the bottlenecks of how to handle the pipelines, and if something goes wrong, how do we handle and how do we fix it? Those things for sure we will cover. You have to learn those things. Eventually, you are going to work in that area. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So yes, Srikanth, you have any question? Mhm. No, this is the same thing that you follow. I might have shown you the things, right? I might have shown you here. Right. So, for example, when I told you, hey, cloud basics, hey, this is where I wanted to cover your cloud and then interfaces and the cloud console walkthrough. Hey, and if I go to the GCS, like maybe Python, for example, you will cover all of these things, right? Chapter one, chapter. So these are the things you are going to cover. I just shown you those things only. That's the reason. Mhm. No, I cannot 100% tell you all the things, but GCS takes 2 to 3 days. Cloud SQL take 3 days. BigQuery take more days, maybe 7 to 8 hours. Data prop takes around 10 hours, and data flow takes around 10 hours, and the pubs up hardly 1 day because we will cover the pipeline here. Airflow takes somewhere around 4 to 5 hours, and Databricks will take somewhere around 1 week. So that's how it will cover, right? Yeah, sure. And uh, anyone have any? Please lower your hand, guys, if you have any other questions. Please raise your hand, guys, if anyone have any other questions. Please raise your hand. Yes, go Guru Ritesh, you have any question? I think I've caused you. Uh-huh. No, no, we are not been participating any kind of a helping you with some references and those things. We are not. But once your course is completed, I'll tell you how you can able to actually go and get more number of calls. In the final session, I'll talk about how you can able to prepare your resume, how you have able to complete your profiles, and how the tips to get more number of calls. Those kind of things we will talk about it. But not directly give you the calls and all. No, I do not have such kind of a contacts also. We have a community. In the community, I've been seeing many people, many HRs are there. They're already, pasting something, right? You can look for it and apply for it. Something like that, yes. Yes, Madan, you have any question? Yes. It's a LinkedIn community. Yes. Mhm. You will see. You will see. You will see for sure. I will complete for sure, and you will see that. Yes. And we will aram say learn, guys. So don't think that, sir, we are going to cover a lot of things. I know how to teach. I've been teaching it from last 3 years. Don't worry about anything. The only thing I expect from you is that if I'm covering 1 hour today, practice 20 to 30 minutes tomorrow, before the next class. That's the expectation. So 1 hour is the live session, right? So 1 hour is the live session. 1 hour is a live session, and at least 20 minutes practice before the next session, right? So that's what this 20 minutes of your practice on you. This 1 hour, how beautiful it to teach and explain you everything with including doubt clearing and everything. I will make sure that that's on me. And next 20 minutes practice on you before the next class. This is something that those who are people completing it within 3.5 minutes, they are ready for the interviews. Perfect. And now, yes, Sai Krishna, you have any question? Certifications, I think I might have given you here. So you can see a professional data engineer, associate cloud engineer. These are the two certifications you can apply for with the course. Class group will be there. Class group will be there. For all of you guys, for every batch, there will be a class group in the WhatsApp. Yes. Yes. Of course. Of course, you can do it. That's your group. Yes. Yes. Mhm. It's a community only. It's a LinkedIn community, and it's my WhatsApp community. Two communities are there. So people will be posting things, and you can utilize those communities for hiring and all of those things. Yes. 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 Yes, Faizan, you have any question? There is a very good demand. If you guys actually be there in my community, I will also be posting a lot of things related to the freelancing. This is a very good question, sir. This is a very good thing that you guys also focusing on. India is having a very less freelancers. If you guys wanted to become a freelancer, sir, I don't want it to become a job and all of those things, sir. If you are wanted to become a freelancer, and I get a plenty of the calls from plenty of the people working in the USA, UK, and all, sir, I need a 2 hours of work support, or I need a 3 hours of work support. We are ready to pay 1 lakh per month also, or 70,000 per month also, only per 1 hour or 2 hours. They are ready to. So the only thing is that if you wanted to do a good freelancing, you need to have a good expertise in the course. So right, so not only the job, sir, if you guys wanted to get job, you get it. If you wanted to go for freelancing to get extra income also, that is possible. If you are there in my community, I'll be posting these kind of things also. Someone need a work support, or someone needs your help in guidance completing the task, and all those kind of things also needs, they'll help you. Okay. There are five to six GCP data engineers are there currently who have actually learned our course in 1.5 years of back. And whenever someone is asking me for some work support or job support or guidance, I'll be actually referring them. There are many, but these are five are very truthful and trustful to me. Yes, trustworthy. There are. We have a community support. The moment I ask them, you see, even if I just go to my WhatsApp community and if I just ask them, and I'll see at least 15 to 20 personal messages, sir, I am ready to do the work. We have that community. GCP, I think. GCP Data Engineering Community. So Arena, I usually call it as an arena. So here it is. So a lot of people are here. So a lot of groups are here added as this thing. So if I just put a one message and ask them, sir, I'll get a lot of personal messages saying that, sir, I'm available and I can do it. Right. So that's how we have a community. If you got stuck in some area also, if you're willing to pay and you want some kind of a work support, don't worry. We have that people who can do that also. Okay. Yes. Okay, guys, I think it's almost 11:17. We spend a lot amount of time. I try to explain you all the things from basic to advanced. And tomorrow at the same time, don't worry. If you have any other questions also, you can ask me tomorrow also. And day after tomorrow also. Tomorrow we are going to have a demo session too at the same time, 9:30 to 10:30 actually. But these are demo sessions. It will take more time also. Don't worry about that. And free for you guys. You can attend tomorrow at the same time. Okay? Yes. Thank you all. And if you have any questions, don't worry. I will give you the time tomorrow also. Okay. Yes. The same link, same session, same time, same thing, and same trainer. Everything same. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Bye bye. I hope you have learned something, and we will meet at the same time. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.